Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Lance. Keeping it real to heal. Just wanted to talk about a few things today. I've been traveling for a while, kind of here in LA. I'm also over here in the old stomping grounds in Pomona, just on the hilltop. Um, been experiencing a lot of different things. It's been great. It's been challenging. It's been good. But I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this thing called speed wobbles. The topic today that I've been talking about is about speed wobbles. And the speed wobbles are, can happen. I mean, speed wobbles, they can happen, on things with wheels, things without wheels, just high velocity, improper balancing, accelerating too fast. It's technically what can happen. So, just speed wobbles. I'm pretty sure you all got them at one point in time in life, on a skateboard, maybe flying something, maybe on a snowboard. We're all familiar that they exist. So speed wobbles aren't just, before I get into this, speed wobbles aren't just, they don't just happen in vehicles. They happen in all kinds of things, all kinds of components. They happen to people. They happen to people. They happen in people, places, and things. Speed wobbles. The point of this conversation is to talk about, people in life, celebrities, famous people, people that get rich all of a sudden out of nowhere, overnight, one-hit wonders. All those people, they blow up so fast that they don't know what to do. Their trajectory is just taking them straight up, and they don't know what to do. So they start making mistakes, getting overwhelmed, don't know how to organize everything, and fall off. Fall into drugs, whatever it may be, addiction, gambling addiction, whatever it may be. It's always some type of fallout, some type of run away, throw it all away, try to ruin it. And people are on their way to success or succeeding very fast. A lot of people don't handle it. And that happens with a lot of things in life. That happens with couples, with relationships. That happens with people at jobs, people, getting famous. Realistically, I experienced quite a bit of different type of speed wobbles. I ride on my motorcycle, ride on skateboards. I haven't got a chance to experience success, a rising star in some sense, and lose my footing. But I have had some good things going at one point in time, and thought the world was mine. And I was going too fast, too much responsibility, too much obligation. Just spread out way too thin. I just want to mess it up. I just want to get the speed wobbles. Things get a little wobbly because you can't keep up, because you want to hold on to these old ways, these old methods, these old sayings, these old thoughts. So at the end of the day, in this new vehicle, this new trajectory, this new flight plan you got, can't handle your old methods. They're obsolete. Your wobbles are new speeds, and your old methods and your old moves and your old skills have no business being there for the most part. So, a lot of people in life get speed wobbles. I have been a witness to them. Like I said, it's kind of like the cold feet. People start getting married, they get cold feet. All these things are happening really fast. They get cold feet. They get scared. They get scared of what? Change, the direction they asked to go. Things are happening too fast, so they can't handle And unfortunately, some people are victims to speed wobbles. Some people are, the givers of the speed wobbles. Some are survivors of the speed wobbles. I'd love to be a survivor of speed wobbles. Unfortunately, I guess I'm a survivor in some speed wobbles, but I'm also a victim. And I'm also a person that caused some wobbles. But I like a little challenge. Realistically. So going fast ain't never been a problem with me, Sometimes you gotta let off that throttle a little bit. Slow down, get control. Get control of your life, get control of your thoughts, get control of your actions. And make sure when you go and take that step or do that jump or continue again, you have an idea of the end result. Don't get distracted with all the other distractions around you, all the other cars, all the other obstacles around you. Focus on the obstacles that are in front of you. Don't look away. Look at your plan and tackle it one at a time. Control. Get slight control over the wobbles. And then bring it back. Bring it back to a controlled chaos is what we need to be doing. And no one tells us that. No one tells us, hey man, as you're growing up, when things are happening, when you're getting raises, when you're getting promotions, when you're changing jobs, when you're upgrading your lifestyle, you're getting a new wife or whatever, getting a new spouse, whatever it may be, at the end of the day, when all these things are changing, all it takes is one misstep to send the speed wobbles in play. So you need to pay attention with your misstep. One wrong calculation move can start sending it into the wobble. It's the death wobble, they call it, aka the death wobble. And with that being said, doesn't mean you lost control yet, but you need to get your footing back. You need to slow it down a little bit, loosely hold on to it, and make your moves. Because the more you try to control something that you set in motion, wobble. Because you feel like you're the only person that is in control of the wobbles, and you are not. You are not in control of your speed wobbles. You are the cause of your own speed wobbles by distractions, by not paying attention, by lack of attention, just self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is bad information. Bad information as well. Those are the leading causes of these wobbles. Life and components, lack of maintenance and components, lack of maintenance in yourself, lack of maintenance in where you're going and where you want to go. Make sure everything is still, all the stars are aligned to keep on going. You can make small compromises on the way there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, it is your past. It is your old ways. It is your old methods. When you're on a new trajectory in life, and everything feels weird, everything feels hard, everything feels strange, and certain qualities of life are being presented to you, all you have to do is pay attention, hold on loosely, understand that you need to be willing to learn and willing to let some things happen and work itself out in order to gain control. You can't go around making rash decisions because of false information, because of lack of motivation, or envious, jealousy, and entitlement. Speed wobbles. They can happen to anybody. They can happen to you, they can happen to me, they can happen down there in the city. But speed wobbles happen everywhere. Anything you do fast and hard, speed wobbles can happen. Anything fast, hard, and quick, going up, you can trip over your own feet. You can trip over your own decisions, over your own vices. Don't trip. So, just speaking about people getting speed wobbles, I try to keep my eyes out open for it. But there's also a lot of people that they're afraid of these things called speed wobbles. So they don't like to go anywhere fast and hard. They don't like to go anywhere in life at all. So they're never going to experience speed wobbles. No. Okay. Let's just accept it. Those are, we would label them the boots on the cars, all right, the boots on the wheels. So a lot of people aren't going to understand, and that's all right. They'll never get to experience that. The only time some people get to experience those type of speed wobbles are when something good is coming into their life, and it's going to help them change to have something new and different in their life. And it's very hard because everything's happening fast. You watch yourself change. You watch your whole life change, and all this stuff is happening so fast, but you haven't allowed it a chance to really marinate and to really capture and gather certain pieces of this new opportunity to make your new mindset, your new methods, your new abilities. When you're just sitting there, thinking that all this is changing, it's all against your will, and you have no choice, embrace it. Don't be scared of it, embrace it. Embrace the change. You can have speed wobbles resisting because life, it's not always up to you when it's your time to be successful, when it's your time to change, or anything like that. Life will just light your ass on fire. It will light you like a firework, whether you want it or not. This is what you asked for. This is what you prayed for. Every time you complain, every time you vent, and at the end of the day, those people, when those speed wobbles come, they're the first people to jump off that ship, to jump off it, because they're afraid of the speed wobbles. They're afraid of how fast they're going to go and get what they want, and how much uncomfortable they're going to be with change. So they're never going to experience the full-blown effect of the speed wobbles, let alone the conquering of the wobble. Whether you're blessed, whether you're skilled, whether it was just your time, the point is, you can be a survivor, you can be a victim, or you can be, I guess, whatever you want to be. You pick where you want to be. Speed wobbles are going to happen with you or without you wanting to. And when I realized that, I realized about these speed wobbles, how I kind of paid attention to kind of where this came from, of speed wobbles, is, obviously components, and then, watching people, how they do stuff in life and what happens. And, I just happened to just have that on my mind, and watching people make mistakes, and we just label them speed wobbles, another speed wobble victim, just another victim, another statistic. Most of the time, they're mouth breathers, brokies, normies, in the box thinker, just a one-wayer, they only go one way. They rather make 3 lefts to make a right instead of making a right turn, because it's not, it's not their way. So, at the end of the day, maybe just human vessels. We just call them just human vessels, sack of bloods and bones. But we need them. We need the mouth breathers. We need those ones to fulfill those positions of the bottom feeders. And not necessarily bottom feeders, not necessarily looks, not necessarily a bank account. It's how you live life. You go around picking up all the crumbs, because you're too scared to go up and get that fresh food, because you're afraid you're gonna hit that current and take off somewhere where you ain't never been, and you don't know what to do when you go there. You don't know what to do on the way there. All you gotta do is hold on loosely. Them speed wobblers coming with for you in one way or another. You know, you can jump off the ride. Hey, you may not even get speed wobblers. Stay on the ride, see what it feels like. Make a decision at the end of it. So, most people like to go fast and hard, all right? And that's what happens, go fast and hard, all right? So, ain't nothing wrong with going fast and hard. Ain't nothing wrong with going slow. You can walk down a pasture, fuck all the cows, or you can run down there and fuck one and scare them all off. It's your choice. In life, without speed wobbles ever coming for us, whether it's on a vehicle, whether it's in life, whether you're bumping uglies, speed wobbles happening. Someone's gonna get hurt, someone's gonna have fun, someone's gonna make it to the top, or someone's gonna jump off to go to the bottom. At the end of the day, speed wobbles are coming. So why don't you saddle up, lace up, keep up, and keep it real with yourself. Let yourself know you're gonna go through these wobbles with somebody, without somebody, whether you want to or not. You're going with that. They're going to get them. You're gonna get the wobbles. So just keep it real with yourself. And let's make it on the other side, so then we can help other people heal. We can share our stories. We can share our experience. You know, I'm out here in California right here. I'm out here visiting with other people. You know, watching all their speed wobbles in their life, or their reasoning onto why they're not able to get on the trajectory that they want to go on to be where they want to be in life, or why life is the way they are, or the choices they make to this day, and the only choices they have is because they are afraid of the wobble. It's all uncomfortable. Let's be uncomfortable. Let's be uncomfortable together, so then we can get comfortable, so we can be comfortable. Traveling alone's uncomfortable. Starting a new job's uncomfortable. It's scary. It's risky. Hey, man. I'll tell you right now, bring the wobbles on. Bring them on. I want to go everywhere, anywhere, fast, hard, and low. I want to make sure I get all those wobbles. I want all the wobbles. Come on, bring them on. At the end of the day, bring them wobbles on. So listen, links, keeping it real to heal. Out here in Pomona, it's little stomping grounds. I had a little assistant here. Wasn't able to really help today. Kind of had some technical difficulties and some equipment problems. So. But just wanted to share that, because I wouldn't be sitting here in life looking down all these areas I used to walk around. You know, I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, wobble, wobble, baby. Wobble, wobble. If you don't get a wobble on the way there, it just means I need to go faster to the next one. I need to go faster and harder to the next goal. So get your wobble on, all right? Let's race to the next goal. Let's conquer our goals. Let's not be suppressed by other factors. Let's not get distracted by other drivers, all right? Pay attention. Hold on to your wheel, your handlebars. Hold on to your life. Hold on to your sanity. And go hard. Go hard with your dreams. Go hard with your people. Go hard. Links out. Deuces.